Zambia Blog Talk Radio.
Good morning, good morning. Welcome to Speak Your Truth, another segment. This is your host, Mwansa Palanga God, aka MPG. Thank you so much for the support. Today, before I introduced my speaker, my wonderful, powerful woman, I just want to take this time to thank all the mothers in the world. Without a mother, there'll be no nation. I want to thank the face mom of the world, my mother, Valavnes Palangwa, Chandula, and many other names, and my all other mothers in Indiana, Auntie Handa, and across the world. I want to thank my mothers in Canada. I want to thank my mothers in the United Kingdoms. And I want to thank my mothers in India. And above all, I want to thank all the 100 moms in this. This is not just about moms, because moms have to have dads, right? And our youths. And today we're going to have the visionary, the one and only Shikha Khanna. My youths, I want to say something, and I hope you listen to me clearly. Do not consume social media. Use it to the best of your ability and use it to find your calling. Most of the people I've met here, I've not even met them personally. I met them on social media. I don't go to social media to bash, to scroll, to do, but to be empowered, to be educated. When I met my next guest, I was in the gym. I was running and then I stopped running and then I was walking and she just blew me off. Most of Dr. Rosa from Mexico, I met online with Tony Robbins. I started all this journey online. And I'm going to say this word to the mothers, to the sisters, to the brothers, to the uncles. Go to social media not to consume it and do. You can turn your life around just being on social media. You can meet powerhouses, presidents. I'm a living proof of that. This woman that we're gonna have here, she has 100 women. I don't know how she did it. It's Speak Your Truth, so she's gonna tell us, right? So without further ado, I hope you've gotten what I've said. Let's introduce our one and only Shikha Khanna. Hi.
Hi, Mawansa. Thank you for calling me to the show.
Thank you. Are most welcome. Shikha, um this is your show. It's Speak Your Truth. I'm gonna be asking you questions, and a lot of questions have been asked. So first, should I say, and you guys don't laugh, because I laughed. I always laugh at this. In the morning, I was trying to prepare about this, and I was telling my advisor how to yesterday, like, this is my friend, but then this is a powerhouse. I'm kind of nervous a little bit, and I'm like, but we're just gonna talk as friends and talk of what you have done. I went, instead of trying to write notes and what, I said, God, May it come from my heart, just like the way you've told me. Guess what I did? I went outside and I hugged my trees and I thought, hopefully my neighbors were not laughing because, yeah, Shika has got something about hugging trees and she'll tell you about it. So, Shika, without further ado, and I want you to introduce yourself to this platform. This is a platform. Thank you, Zambia. Thank you, United States. Thank you, Canada. Thank you, Mexico. Thank you, Australia. I appreciate it. And thank you, but nothing in karma, for giving us this beautiful, powerful platform. And I give it to you, my lady, my woman, to introduce yourself, and we're going to dig into it.
I think I just want to thank this platform fully for giving this opportunity to talk about uh, this usual, unusual stuff that's happening with this particular project for past 2.5 years. And I say usual because mom issues are usual, but what's happening through this project is so unusual that I'm just in awe myself of how I got into it and what it is. So who am I? I can't answer that question so clearly, who am I? Because at this point in time, I'm really trying to find who I am. But if you ask me what my past has been in quick 3, 4 lines, would be photographer at the age of 18, India's first baby and child photographer, worked with mothers and children, and one of the first few women who became photographers in India at a very young age. And from there, photographing families, telling them all about it because traditionally we never had photos in our country. Breaking through that, heading a poetry movement, creating events, bringing poetry to the world, and then stepping into a health movement, and then stepping into becoming a mom, and now stepping into becoming a founder of mum, which is mothers united movement, that has created this book called 100 Self-Portrait, 100 Dreams. So that's like I've taken you through many journeys in just 5 lines. So this is what I've been doing, and who I am is a person who's really searching at the moment, and all I'm doing is searching at odd places, clearing the way, and telling people to come on that journey with me. That's about it.
Shika, before we go, Vanathan, can I just have some comments before we dig into what we're digging into? I have just, Lucia Rosa says, wow, good morning from Mexico. Um, and hi, MPG. And we're having, wow, we did meet online in Tony Robbins. Your guest today is one of my favorite people in the world. Me too. Good morning, ladies, from Donna Howard. Yes, there we go. And having a watch party with Elias Jacobs Jr. in Zambia. They're having a watch parties to see you, Chica. Having hey, amazing women from Egypt. Oh my goodness. So this is, as you know, like I say, people say you're the most. I had to read those before we dig into this. So we're gonna start on this. So this woman calls me one time. I'm in the gym, right? Face I made her, like I said when I met her. Like, Monster, can you have an interview? I'm like, an interview in what? On the book. I'm like, okay, let me just quickly run and go home. And quickly, and I didn't know what this vision was about. Shika just calls me and I ran I was doing yoga. I was in a yoga class, actually, as a matter of fact. And then I ran home. I put on a t-shirt and she interviewed me. She's like, you are my first mom. And I truly believed in her vision because when I saw her on Mike show, one of our greatest, you met him here and you met the wife. They've been part of our tribe. They've loved us. She got and interviewed me. Little did I know this book was gonna be global, right? I didn't even know what it was by that time. Chika, can you talk about that? What did you think? Was it gonna be global? What was your thought?
So, what really
Being
happened?
interviewing me as your first mom, why did you call me and why did you think I should be? What was your thought?
Well, if I would have really thought about it, I would have not done this. I really didn't think. It's like bungee jumping, you know. Sometimes in life, in some visions, you just do bungee jumping. You just jump, and then we will see what
Just
happens,
jump.
right? Yeah. So, uh, I was trying to come and pivot online. I was trying to do self portraits. I was trying to figure it out. And during lockdown, I was just realizing the struggle mothers were going through. So I just wanted to bring some inspiration. And with my background in printing and events, I said, okay, if you ask me today how I did 100 continuous days, I have no idea. And how these 100 came together, I have no idea. I just woke up in the morning and I said, let me start once a week interview. And by the time I had finished the fifth interview with Jamile, I had made it 100 days, 100 inspiring stories, because I realized that this was so urgent by my first five interviews, including you and other women I had interviewed, that what these women were speaking was so urgent that it can't wait once a week. It has to be finished in 100 days. And then I just went to Jamile, invited me to, she's one of the moms, she was coming on the fifth number. Renu was before that. Renu introduced me to Jamile, and Renu was already putting that, what are you doing, creating? And then Jamile said, and I woke up 3:30 in the morning. And I'm telling the story after a long time, so I'm repeating it now. Earlier, I used to repeat it a lot. And I didn't hear anything because I was still breastfeeding my child. I was sleepless nights, everything. And I woke up at like 3:30 a.m. hypnosis session. Who's going to do it? And I anyway was put with my headphones. And suddenly, um, only line that I heard while Jamila was doing her whole session with other group was, "The warrior has arrived. Do what you're meant to do."
What
And then
did
I
you
saw
say that
myself,
again? The warrior
the
had.
warrior has arrived. Do what you're meant to do. And I woke up and I could just see this big visual of me sitting on the floor by some warrior being told that time to get up. And within an hour, I went 6 o'clock in the morning. I went on my profile and
Hmm.
I said, this is not going to happen once a week. This will happen in next 100 days. I will finish 100 interviews. I don't know who these mothers are, and I will find all of them across the world so that I can inspire the mother of today. And that's how it started.
All right, Chico, we're gonna take a little break because I want this to be posted on your Facebook profile because a lot of our people are on your Facebook profile. So you have
Yeah.
to accept what Nathan sent you in your inbox and send it to
Okay.
your Facebook profile because I know a lot of people are waiting. So,
Yeah. I'll
and
just do
while we're
that.
doing this, while we go on a break, guys, moms, fathers, please invite your friends and share the links. Most of you have sent the links, and we're gonna go on a break and we're gonna come back soon. Over to you, Pastor Nkama.
The Association of Zambians in DC, MD, and VA presents the second annual gala. Host, Dr. Grace Mukupa. Co-host, Kwangu Liwewe. Guest of honor, His Excellence Ambassador Chibamba Kanyama. Date, August 19th, 2023. Time, 6 p.m. Venue, Gaithersburg, Marriott, Washington Center. Charges, individuals, $125. Table for 10, $1,150. And VIP, $200. Special appearance by Muka Chisaka, Miss Africa USA Culture Ambassador. Entertainment by DJ Flowkid. Dress code, formal dinner wear. For tickets, send your payments via Zelle at AZDMV, and Cash App at $AZDMVA. Sponsored by Nostalgia Solutions, Association of Zambians in DC, MD, and VA, and Amazon.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, mothers, welcome back. Shikha, before First, I don't know what to say. Really, I'm lost for words on this segment. This book, I had ladies in Indiana. One of my mom is listening at 100. Yes. This woman, when she told me she was afraid, right? I was supposed to be in India. Things happened, and my daughter has not forgiven me yet. But nothing, can we play the video of my daughter? Like, Mom, I went and did that video and it didn't go to India. She has to come to America and Zambia, and then you go to India again. I'll leave, see the video from my daughter saying why I should go to India and why this is powerful.
I think you should go to India because it's a great opportunity for you and all the other people there.
And she goes there and there, and then I didn't go. She has not forgiven me.
Yeah, I remember this video so well.
Yeah, and she's not forgiven me, Mom. But then, of course, sickness and in between them, they're not well. There's just some logistics that could not work well. I remember sitting with you. I was at the garage, and you're going through like, Marcy, you're my first mom, and I was like, I'm coming. My daughter has said it, and we sent that to a group and everything. She's not forgiving me to this day. It's like, unless I see her in America, and when you go to India, you're taking me with you. That's what she tells me. But the good thing about
I
this
must
and
say,
why I
this is
played
just,
that video, not only do. Yes, go ahead, Chico.
I'm saying, I must say, this is
Hmm?
just a beginning. So please assure her that the first few who made it, it's just a beginning. Many things are going to come, and we're going to
Yeah.
do it together many, many times.
So, like I said, for those of you that are just come in, I am the face mom in this book, and then there's powerful women. But nothing, can you just show that face mom of Monster P Gold? This woman here honored me in that, and after that, Shika, is your speak your truth about this story. Because I've got so much to say, I don't even know where to start from. Yes, that's speak. You see, this is me and my daughter after I think 24 hours of not sleeping. And then I was trying to calm her down, and my husband came and got the picture. We went back and forth. This picture was taken like when she was just born, about 11 years, when she was 6 months, trying to sleep after 24 hours. And Shika made me the first mom in this book of 100 women senators, teachers, educators, entrepreneurs. And I thank you very much. So, Shika, back to you. How did you pull off that amazing launch that made every one of us crying those ugly tears? And before we go into that, can you read this the from the book what the minister said and wrote to you? That is powerful. And I'm gonna leave it to you.
Uh, well, I think uh, I will take the opportunity to, more than reading that, I think that we can share. I will take the opportunity to inspire people how it happened that I've
Yes.
received, because that story is more powerful than the words. In his, of course, his words are very appreciative, but when you get and enter a dream,
Mm-hmm.
and you unite yourself with that dream, you are given messages every single day, like a clue. Every single day, there's a clue being dropped, and all you have to do is pick up the clue, trust, trust it, because you're one with your dream right now, and move forward. So my message was I was struggling with the sponsorship. I was struggling with money. I was struggling with authority confirming. Everywhere I went in the corporates, people said about mothers, like, we don't like, how does it help us if we sponsor something like this? And and it was like, you're just bringing 100 stories. How is it helping anybody? Why are you so passionate about it? Why are you speaking as if you're making a huge difference? I had no answer because I had not done it yet. The dream was not done. And I was getting down back home, and I was getting down the plane, and I had this message coming in that the only person who will realize this is your prime minister because of his vision towards women. So I was like, all right. So I call up my copywriting brother, who writes, he's a copywriter. I was like, will you help me write a letter? And blessing is such that when you really believe in it, everybody around you start coming in and believing in it. So he didn't question me, are you crazy? Why will millions of letters go to the prime minister? Why will he write to you? He said, okay, let's do it. Uh, we sat down, we researched, we made the letter. We sent, now somebody has to take it. So I'm just going on speaking about it in my hometown. I'm going to send the letter to the prime minister. I'm going to send the letter to the prime minister. He's going to send me the letter. And people are looking at me saying that, why will they give you? They'll have so many other issues. Mother, 100 stories. How is it impacting the world? And I just kept on going till I reached a dinner, and somebody said, well, I maybe can help you. Somebody who might be there, somebody. I said, okay, take it. And we sent the letter. And then for 6 months, I did not receive any reply, nothing.
Wow.
I was like, okay, fine, my letters got lost and it's okay. Happens, but I tried. My letters got lost. 1 month left. I'm right at the edge, receiving all messages from my loved ones saying you're going to crash straight into the wall. People are not going to turn up. You don't have the money to do this. You don't have the following. You don't have the press. What are you doing? How are you going to do this? And we have prayers happening, festivals happening. So my festival
Mm-hmm.
just, and the minute the festival ended, I went up. We have these little lighting lamps that go around the house in India as a tradition. So we were just doing that. I came and I just picked up my phone, and there was a message, and I opened it. It was the prime minister's letter. The minute that thing, so I came down. My family was there. And I said, it's just a month away from the event. Everybody's already said no to the money. And I had written very clearly that I'm writing to you so that this can help me get the money for these mothers to do this. And I received the letter, and not just any letter, okay, go ahead. It was a very detailed letter of appreciation of
Yes.
why it's very important with what I'm doing. And I come down and I'm like, everybody's dancing in that festive mood. And I stop everybody. I said, everybody stop. I just received the Prime Minister's letter on the PDF. And the minute that happened, the first person that was jumping was my son. He was jumping like a kangaroo. And when I saw that, I was just like, your children can celebrate you. Like, you can't even imagine how much, like, just like your daughter, that your children can celebrate you. It's not only you celebrating your children. And I can never forget, because he held the letter and he was just jumping and he was so excited, as if he understood at the age of 9 what that letter was. I think he saw it on my face or whatever. So the reason I'm telling this story is that the important part of any dream is to become one with the dream. After that, you are just taken to the destination. You don't do anything in that. Your first like job is just to become one, right? And that oneness means put the belief that it's going to happen, put the belief you deserve it, put the belief that you are doing it right, put the belief that you'll go till the end. And when that rolls, you just start rolling with it. So I don't know how it's happened, what's happened, whatever has happened. There's a whole book that to be written pre-launch, and many things happen post-launch. Two separate books altogether. Many things happen, but I don't know. So the reason I'm insisting on these stories is that become one. That's the work. The work is not to make it happen. It just happens.
Become one with the dream. You know what,
Exactly.
Shikha? You're just I'm reading some comments, and the reason why I want this to be more interactive and going back to reading comments is because of how many people you've brought together. I don't know if we can. I know there's some other people only reading some comments on here, but there's some other comments, other because we're doing Facebook and YouTube live. If I can read some more, people are saying you have brought us together, like amazing watching, waiting for the race. I'm happy to be with you, sweet mams. That is from Salih Ahmed. We have such a beautiful picture of you, Martha. I felt like I knew you. Thank you very much, Lucia. You've just been always there. Shikha Khanna, you are so amazing. And this is from Clementina. That's my adopted daughter there, my firstborn. And yes, I agree with you. Having faith in your dream is the key to success. And people are just, and this is not just today in this place. You've brought us so together in a way. You flew people around the world to come to India, and you get us wake up at 3 a.m. dressed up, makeup and everything, and then we were crying like there's no tomorrow, like ugly tears, not because it was sad, because like it was so beautiful. I'm like, oh my God, we truly did this. This happened. Shika, how did you do this? And the ladies, Francis Radkin, she says, yes, yes, yes. We
Yeah.
were crying on that video like we're in India. I don't know if how many people in India cried, but everywhere that were watching live, we were just crying. I had to go and change my clothes because all my makeup was on my clothes. So I had to go and change my clothes and come back. Even the makeup could not stick. And that was amazing. You did. I'm like, I'll never do a launch book just online again. I'm gonna do it the Chica way. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, mothers, Chica is gonna come to the United States. We're gonna do launch, and Zambia. Shika is coming to Zambia, the one and only. You know, in a way, you can't even buy this book on Amazon. And it's a blessing, by the way. So you just have to pre-order it. For Christmas, maybe we'll have 10 moms, 5 moms receive it as a gift. But when you receive, just like Maya Angelou says, when you are taught, teach. When you receive, give. 100 moms, 100 dreams. You will. This is a coffee table book. Powerful stories, senators, healers. And Shika shares something about her mom. It's not my story to tell. Are you able to share that story, or you don't want to venture that way? This is Speak Your Truth.
Um, I cannot not say that I don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
It just takes me to another sphere, and I can't
Okay.
imagine. I've shared it many times, and it still takes a lot of effort to share that story. But
That's why I say it. That's why I ask. So we're gonna skip
if I
that.
won't, then who? Then I can't lead this. I have to, and
Mm-hmm.
I must say that recently I received a message from my neighbor saying her child got hurt, and she called me, and then she messaged me saying, your story about your son. I had told her some story about my son when he got burnt in the middle of the whole interview. He had got burnt. I had told her where to go, what I did, how I composed myself. And she said that story gave me so much power to deal with my own child. I kept on
Yes.
going back to that story. So stories are meant to give you power, and that's what I believe. We're not here to stand and do marches saying mother's rights, this, that. That's not my journey. My journey is to put the spark with inspiration. And
Mm-hmm.
then so, well, yeah, I will read it. I have the book. I have
Yes. Mm-hmm.
it'll
And the
take.
reason why she could, before even read it, we are dealing with a rampant of I have one of my closest friends, sister Lillian here, who we had tea party for all women in Indiana, and they are so ready to have you here, right? We talked about mental health. And that story, the reason why I ask, it's so powerful and it's so relevant in the environment we live in for both mothers, for both our youths and all our children. And we're dealing, and you are the one who is brought up to say, come in as mothers, take a picture of yourself and be cute. Oh, by the way, Shika is having a free workshop of how to she's a photographer, to take your self portrait. Please, everybody sign in. Shika, where do we get, how do we sign into that? We can put it on here
I
before
will.
you read, because that's important. She's believing in women. Do not do not be set back because you're a mother. Do not die. She says it better. It's her story. That's why I asked you about your mother, and then mental health and women becoming mothers, how we lose yourself. So up to you. But before you say that, can you say where people can join you on the free workshop?
Yeah, I'm just putting it in the chat,
Okay.
and it can be shared. That's a
Okay.
registration workshop.
Mm-hmm.
More the merrier, um,
Yeah, yes.
because we're just being very hard on ourselves, and that's stopping us from being free. And that freedom is very important for our children in the future. So my work is just to release that, walk broad shouldered in this world without any stress of self image. And that's what I'm helping mothers with. Uh, so, yeah, I'll read the story.
Mm-hmm.
Give me, I'm standing up for mental health this year.
Oh, mental
Eh,
health.
yeah, because we dismiss emotional health as not painful, but it's probably more painful sometimes than the physical pain. And
Yes.
we've been dismissing the the emotional and mental health of mothers for generations. We just dismiss it. You are a mother, you've already given birth. That was painful. It was physically painful. You can get through anything. Come on, get up. But sometimes it is more than that. So, well, I give me a second to just breathe and drink water because it takes time. That's my page. It takes me. So let me just drink a sip of water, and so that I just can get through the message. And I see you, Lucy. I think you're cheering me up to read this. So thank you for that.
I'm cheering you up, Shika. I know that's a deep story.
Yeah, I've read it many times on stage, but I somehow still can't read it. But forgive me if I will try not to get tears because I have to get
No,
braver.
we'll
No,
tear
I
up.
will try. I have to become braver about this. But if it comes, it comes.
Yes.
So it says, she was knocking her bedroom door asking for help. I was outside. I stepped ahead, but I was told to step back. I was too young to deal with the situation. Day she was holding me tight and not letting me go. My cousins pleaded they wanted to play with me, but how could she let me go? I belonged to her. My brother refused to go to her. I came back from school and she boiled eggs in very small electric stove, not in the kitchen, but in her room. Maybe she was not allowed in the kitchen. She sat in the corner in most gatherings like an outcast, just silently watching. And one day my mom was gone. And I never asked where, why, what happened. My mom, Vinita Khanna, was a double master degree holder 50 years ago who was suffering from schizophrenia. She was taken away because she was not fit for her own children. I received my mom's birthday card for years, and I will recognize her handwriting even today among hundreds of letters. I was raised in a loving Indian joint family under my grandma's supervision. My dad was my biggest supporter, especially when I chose an unconventional career to become India's first baby and child photographer. He filled it for his Begum or his queen, as he lovingly addressed her. Everything seemed to go well till I became a mum. I had a baby now, and I was obsessed. I was sitting next to my son 24/7, believing I should be visible all the time. When I could not leave his side even after 9 months, that's when I began connecting the dots. What if someone told me I was not fit for my children? I did find the courage to let go, but not totally. I still feel the urge to hold on to my second child. Although I have come a long way, I get a little obsessed sometimes about him. I judge myself and feel judged by others. I've been told many times to write a book, and I decided to write it with 100 other strong mothers. Through this book, I want to honor my mom and tell her she's no more. We lost her 3 months back. So it says you are perfect back then and now. Ma, maybe one day I will be able to face you. Till then, I'm inspired by your silent suffering. I'm bringing this book out so another mother's voice can be heard. So that's.
Yeah.
So I lost her after 2 months of launching the book. So I've never got a chance to tell her that she was perfect. So we lost her as if she was waiting for me to rise and do this for mothers. And she said, "Okay, you're up now. Time for me to go." So I never got to meet her really.
And your mom and your dad has been the one. I know. Yeah, I know of her dad and I know the truth. And your dad has been the one. If there's one man who supported this dream, is your father. And from the bottom of my heart, and I know all the 100 women, tell your father we are grateful. And may your mom soul rest in peace. And this is the most reason to bring awareness to mental health. And you have come out. And Francis Bad says, sending hugs and love to you, Chihuahua. Because if there's a story that made that book, that's the whole story. But there's one story, our oldest, Clementina just goes, wow. And that's all I can say as well, to with a few, because I know there's the oldest mom. Just tell us about that and the son
Uh,
that presented him.
are you
Oh,
talking? Are you talking about Therese's mother?
yeah, no, is it Francis's mom, the one that the 100-year-old? She just died
No,
before the book. Huh?
no, no. That's Therese's mother, and Therese is
Yes.
watching us. Can I just read her story as well?
Yes, please, please, because
Because
this that's why
and I
I
just
want people to buy this book. There's so much powerful stories, you guys. Yes, please.
and the reason Therese is watching on Facebook Live. So Therese, I told you I'll take your mother everywhere. And
Yes,
I
please.
promised her mom when she was 99 years old that I'm sending her the book. And
Yes, yes.
um, I made sure the book reached her just
Before.
before, yeah, she turned 100, and she went live. And when she went live, she was so gorgeous, full of life,
Yes, yes,
receiving an honor as a mother in her hand before we said bye bye to her.
yes.
And I'm just going to give me 1 second. I'm just going to. Actually, I just have to look at. Give me 1 second. It'll take me 1 second
Okay,
to just quickly look.
okay, no, sure. While you're doing, Lucia says, this is one of the most inspirational stories I've ever heard. I had the pleasure and honor to hug her dad and thank him personally for supporting his awesome daughter. Shika's dad is wonderful. Yes, yes, he is wonderful. Thank you
I
to
must,
all the fathers.
I must. Thanks, Lucy. I love you too. I must say
Mm-hmm.
that this project, please, this project is totally supported by men. I have two boys
Mm-hmm.
who who have I have stories of how they've supported me, especially my older one. My husband,
Mm-hmm.
who was standing, said, "Go for it. We'll crash together."
Oh
So Rohit,
wow.
my dad, he
He
it was
said, go
literally
for it, we'll crash together.
he said, like, the way he was excited, the way he could believe, he could see that I'm doing it. My father was, he's created this book, he printed this book, he put all his love in an impossible 8 days. And so
What? 8 days?
this book, we did not go in print till 1st of November
I
because,
know. And just before that, and it's a
and
heavy book, guys. A properly high class.
he put every single thing of the top quality available in the world into this book. Day and night stood by the machine and got this done. And there are many men who have supported this movement. In fact, if I someday have to stand up and thank, there will be a list of a lot of men supporting this. So yes, my men in my life
Mm-hmm.
have lifted the mother in me and said, let's lift all the mothers across the world. They are doing it all the time. They don't think I'm insane. They think this is a very deserving spot for all mothers. So I want to thank all of them, not only my father, but I don't think, even if once my husband would have said back off, probably I would have. But he said, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, sitting there. And he broke his savings for me. He never asking me, we will see, we will see. He kept on asking things, people, contacts. So behind the curtains, that man was working, and Lucy met him as well and gave him
You
a
know
hug as
what,
well.
Shika? You just said something very important. You said behind the curtain that man was working. I want to give kudos like to my husband. You never see him or hear him here. He's the one helping me with flyers and everything. And most importantly, had it not been for one man pushing me, nothing in karma. He's seeing me and looking at me. Pastor is the one doing everything, putting men, I say this is a women and youth empowerment, but they can never be men and youth empowerment without the support and help of our men. I can speak your truth is truly empowered by the powerful men in my
Yes.
life that I believed in me. By Roger, above all, by Nathan, by Jimmy, a lot of them, my husband, and you are so right. So I'll let you now read that book when you get a chance.
Yeah,
Read
yeah,
chapter.
yeah. I got the book. And Therese, this is
Mm-hmm.
for you. I know you're watching. That's our mom, Ethel Jones, and she's with her family, and she got an opportunity to. Okay, I'm here. Yeah, she got an opportunity to see herself honored. 100 years. It's not a small number. 100 years of wisdom is there in this book. 100 years of wisdom is there. So I'm just going to read the book, and she has a message of joy. My name is Ethel, okay, Jones. I will skip the middle name. I don't want to pronounce her name wrong. And I'm 100 years old, and she is with us every time I am doing any event. I have a wonderful life and spend a lot of it dancing. We were able to take 100 people to Catalina for my 90th birthday. We had a beautiful dance theme party at the casino. We hired a big band. My daughter Susie and son Gary both sang to me at my party. I grew up on a farm in Canada until I was 8 years old. We were in the process of moving to Long Beach, California, when my dad died in a farming accident. I don't think I smiled for a whole year after my dad passed. I was one of the 5 children, and we all worked together as a team. My beautiful mom, Rose, taught us 5 kids to work together, live in life of faith, be charitable, and be happy. I love my family more than anything in the world. We had 8 children, 5 girls and 3 boys. Sadly, we have lost 2 of my daughters. She had lost her 2 daughters before she left us. So this is her, in her words. Therese helped her, but these are her words. I've always been a happy person and see things in positive way. My nickname is Campfire Girl was happy. In Campfire Girl was happy. Moms, my advice for you to just be positive. Think about what you have going good in your life and dwell on that, not the bad. If you dwell on the good instead of bad, you will be happier. Also, be thankful for that God has given you. When I fell 3 years ago, I had to have brain surgery. I sort of lost my way for a bit. The love for my family and for my family got me through. I'm so grateful to God that I'm still here. This is 100 Moms, 100 Dreams project is absolutely wonderful and the book is so important for everyone to read. I'm especially proud that I am in this book with my daughter Therese. There are women from all over the world in this book. My goodness, isn't that something? I just wish everyone could be as happy with their family as I am with mine. Make your family a priority. So this is the wisdom of our mom in the book, who is 100 years old, and the book reached her, and she went live, and then she's like, I can't believe I'm in the book, and to be able to honor her before she left, as if she was waiting, like I promised her, and I said, Donna is here in the comments. I said, Donna, this book has to reach. I know it's heavy, but the one person this book has to reach is her. I was in so much urgency. And Therese was trying to protect her at that time, saying, oh, I'm cold. I don't want to take cold to her. She's vulnerable right now.
Yes.
And then the minute Therese got a chance, she took the book and she went live with him. And that video I every time plays, because I'm not talking about just the mothers of today. I'm talking about 100-year-old wisdom also exists in this book, and many such wisdom, like such amazing, incredible stories that are there.
You know what, Shika? I'm just amazed. Like, I didn't even know where this dream was gonna go. And being the first mom, you know what? I've read all the stories, but my own story, if I had known that this big, maybe I would have written something significant. But to be honest, that simplicity of what I wrote, it was from the bottom of my heart. And
It is beautiful. I don't know.
I've never even asked you, but I'd love for you to read that story, because since I'm the first mom and we're doing Speak Your Truth, but I can't read my own story. I'll ask for you to.
Okay.
Simplicity at its best. I didn't know what it was about. I didn't know this book is gonna get a storm that it has. Maybe I'd have been more like, oh, let me get some sophisticated word, but I know simplification is the ultimate, simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. And truly that came from our heart. And I'll let you read from
Yeah, and
your
we,
first one.
I will read your. It would be honored to read your story. But I can just say one thing.
Yes.
We still don't know what this book is.
No. it,
We still
it
don't.
takes up a life every day.
It's just taking its own life every day. If I sit down and start reporting, people will probably think that I'm totally crazy. That what is she reporting? Are these crazy stuff? Many things are going to come out of it, but the
Mm-hmm.
miracle that this project is doing, um, it's the culmination of some extraordinary energy, and that's what matters. This right now is a perfectly imperfect book in many ways, because the stories can't be told.
Perfectly perfect.
It
I
can't be
love
told
it.
in one page. The stories can't be told in one page. But what I am going to do about it, I don't know. When the message comes, it'll be announced. But it's just the beginning. This is just like an index of the 100 months, just a
Yeah.
little index, right? There's much more stuff coming up. So hold on. You will get a lot of opportunity to tell your story in all the sophisticated, all the amazing words. But this is perfect too. You're the beginning point of this book. It's
Thank you.
perfect. Without this beginning, there would not be mom 2, mom 3, mom 4. So I'm very, very grateful that you began this with me. You took this step out and you said, okay, I'm ready to do bungee jumping with you without asking me too many questions. So thank you for that.
Thank
So
you.
I'll just read this because I'm getting knocking doors from my
Okay, and we're gonna end up after we read this. We're
yeah,
gonna read
and
some comments and we're
yes,
gonna wind up.
yes, and because my little ones are just like they will always want to come, but today I told them that let me do this without you. So, unwavering love, the
Mm.
courage that motherhood demands, yet the hopelessness it brings, reminds me that as a mother, I'm only a vessel that God has entrusted with a precious life. In my case, three very precious life. Next to godliness, being a mother is the highest calling there is. The burden is heavy, but that first soft kick in the belly and that one strong kick in the middle of a meeting that makes one scream, run to the nearest exit, and fastest route to the ladies' room is an experience that makes it fun and so serious at the same time. As a daughter, wife, sister, and entrepreneur, being a mother scares me the most. I always sit and wonder if I have done right by my children. But I always find courage in this African proverb: I'm a mother, I'm not afraid of anything. As a
Yes.
business, as in business, as in life, I've stopped looking for perfection as a mother or trying to run my house as a boardroom. These days, it's perfectly fine by me if we off for a long walk with my three kids, Zara, Takia, and Asher.
Mhm.
Just forgive me the names, my pronunciation, instead of doing laundry or the dishes. In the world of endless Zoom meetings, I have learned to switch off all devices and instead choose to jump in one bed with my trio, cuddle, and watch Sound of Music, a Little Rascals, back to back. Our favorite activity is gardening. Yeah, you told me about that. Indeed, simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. Simplifying my life is making me a better person and, more importantly, a better mother. Simplify your life and enjoy the joys of motherhood. Even that Play Doh on the carpet won't seem that much a big deal. Love will conquer all. Who says this is a simple story? It's a beautiful message.
Think, I sent you a second message and you just said no, Mwansa. Your first message was the best one. We'll just read few stories and your babies can come in because we are mothers. We're talking about mothers. You can open the door and we'll wrap up now. We'll just read some few comments here and then we'll wrap up. Monsa, that is simply beautiful story to begin this book. Oh, thank you, Donna. I truly, truly, truly appreciate it. Wow, Francis says, I'm proud of Shika, Lucia, and each and every mom in this book, and the many moms to come in other books. We appreciate you. And Shika, my mom is listening, can't wait to meet you. Very by Phoebe, very beautiful. And 100, this is by Fletcher, 100 moms, 100 dreams. Congratulations, Chika. It was wonderful having you. It's been a powerful session. Thanks a lot. And Shika, this has been beautiful. And I want to thank Pastor Nathan in Kama. I want to thank, I have people in Zambia that have watch parties. I thank you, everybody from around the world. I know we have people from Egypt, from Mexico, from Canada, from Zambia, from Europe, from the US. I really, really appreciate you. And the women of Indianapolis, can't wait to have you. They cannot wait to have you. And oh, they were asking, oh, this is one question before you go. How can people contact you?
Oh,
How do they?
Messenger.
Yeah.
Messenger is great. I can put my email address if they want to,
Yes,
but
yes. You can put, and then it will just be quickly shown so that people can contact you.
yeah, that's a great place to contact me. I
Yes.
put,
And of course, the number one question only you can explain for various reasons. Where can people buy the book?
okay,
The
I have to answer
million
this
dollar
because
question.
it's already on Kindle.
Yes.
Again, and I'm sorry for being so philosophical sometimes about it, but when I entered into it, I was a simple girl who just entered without knowing what all she will have to cross. And Amazon somehow was quite a big crossing for me. And in many ways, I tried. It's a heavy book. They rejected it many times. It's too heavy. We don't have time to. We don't have the. Our warehouses are full. We can't keep this book. So it's available in India. It's available on Kindle at this moment. And I have given the global rights to Amazon. I said, okay, let me give it to you with a very heavy heart. I said, all right, go ahead, print it. And we are on the final stages of it just going live. The minute the errors get over, because they have many criterias, it'll go live. It won't be this version. I would still say that this is the most beautiful, full of love version. It will be still Amazon version of the coffee table, but it will be available. We are just in the final stages, but it's available on Kindle. It's available in India if somebody is watching in India. And I am every day cheering it up to go on the global platform. But everything happens at the right time. And I can only smile at the amount of time it's taken. In today's time of AI, there has to be a reason. It just goes, it gets rejected. It goes, it gets rejected. I just think I have to be personally available, bringing this book in different countries and then give it off to people. I don't know what.
And we'll find a way of shipping it to America and Zambia. And those of you who can pre-order, that will be easier way to get the book. We'll pre-order and then we'll find a way of shipping it here. So contact Shikha, contact me. We'll find a way.
Yeah, I can make a Excel sheet of who, if a particular state.
Yes.
And then
So if you want to pre-order the book, please go ahead and do that, and we'll find a way of getting it. Thank you very much, Shikha. I appreciate this time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody. It's been an amazing show, and we can't wait to have you back. And we can't wait to see you in the United States, Indianapolis. Maybe we even take you to Dallas and see Nathan, and then also in Zambia, Lusaka. They are waiting for you. You know that's your tribe. They can't wait to see you. Have a good day, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, God bless you. We love you all.
Thank you so much.
Zambia Blog Talk Radio.